So this morning in the workshop, I was messing around and I found out that an LV6548 fits perfectly in a server rack mount. This is really good news, and I want to talk more about how you can make this work at home. Many people over the last year, and myself included, and other distributors really want an all-in-one solar power box that fits in a server rack spot. This would enable you to build any size system very quickly. And I think of all the options available, this might be our best yet, and I'll explain why. The first benefit is it's the perfect size even in the back. It doesn't extend too far like the LVX6048. This one fits perfectly. Next, the ventilation system on this unit is very strange. On some of these wall mount inverters, the cold air comes in from the bottom and the hot air expels from the top. But on this one, the air intake is on the top. So convective airflow is not that large of a factor in this configuration. So you can actually mount this however you want and it will be able to cool itself down. Now, one downside that I know you guys are thinking about is the display is facing up. And if you have another battery or another LV6548 that you want to put into parallel, you will not be able to access this display. But get this, the LV6548 has a remote display installed inside. All you have to do is remove this screw and remove this bracket and it comes right out. All you have to do is disconnect this cable and then use your own Ethernet cable to connect this port to this port over here. And this morning I actually tried it out. So on my system, I routed this Ethernet cable to its own display and it turned off right when I did that, and then it turned back on when I plugged it in, and it works perfectly. We have 240 volt output and all the settings are saved on the actual unit. This is only a display. It does not store any information at all, which is so cool. I could run this cable anywhere I want in my shop and I can see what my system is doing. I could have 2 remote displays or as many as I want. And there's a mount on the back if you want to screw this into a wall. Also, I noticed that the hottest part of this case is right here and behind the display. So getting rid of this plastic display will increase its cooling capacity. Not by much, but it does help. Now that we have the display taken care of, let's talk about how we should route these other cables, because that could be problematic. So first, for the battery connection, we have a negative and a positive over here. We could easily take this 4/0 gauge cable, curve it and connect it right here. And then this main negative cable, we could easily connect it up here. Next, the AC input and the AC output, you're gonna have to use some flexible conduit. And that looks like this. So just connect it right here with whatever cable you need for your application and it should work great. But routing this might be a little difficult, so you might have to connect it to the side of the server rack. It might have to stick out a bit so you don't have a large bend. Now we need to connect this system to a solar panel array. And you do it right here with these MC4 adapters. We have a positive, negative, positive, and negative. So you're gonna have 4 conductors and you need to route them away from this unit to your solar panel array. And the easiest way to do this is to wrap these wires around and mount them to this bar however you wish. And because this is steel, it's very easy to work with if you want to mount something on here to hold the cables. Now, one thing that we're missing is how to mount this LV6548 to the server rack. And I told the distributor to make a bracket that can hold it in place. So we're gonna have that in the next couple months because we cannot find a company that can make an all-in-one system that fits in a server rack. So we're just gonna have to use these instead. They are the perfect height, the perfect width, and the perfect length. So all we need is a bracket to hold it in place. Or you could do it yourself. You don't necessarily need a bracket. This case material and how it's touching right here, I'm probably just gonna drill a self-tapping screw all the way through it. And as long as it doesn't touch the battery below, it will hold it really nice. But how cool is that? Now we actually have an option for building a really nice solar power system in like less than an hour. So actually that's what I'm gonna do today. I just wanted to get this video out there as fast as possible because I think this is so cool and so easy to do. Just think about how powerful this system is. We have 15 kilowatt hours down here. We have 6,500 watt AC output up here. We can connect 8,000 watts of solar panels. It has an AC charger, a transfer switch, bypass, everything you need. If you have 2 of these server racks, you could have a split phase output in a whole home backup for very cheap. Think about that. You would have 30 kilowatt hours and a 13,000 watt output. that can do anything. That's really cool. So anyways, I need to get back to work and build this thing, but I mean, I love this. Please tell me what you guys think below. If you see something that's completely wrong, please let me know. But I think it's pretty solid, and I'm going to start building one. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.